Join and stare at TJ and Riggins anytime you want on YouTube. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Hello, Mr. Riggins.
Good morning.
Hello, Miss Lindsay.
Hello.
Hey, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Mm-hmm. Here we are, another day of broadcast special things.
That's what it is.
I didn't tell you the other day. I was talking to my mom. I called her see if she got any snow in her part of Louisiana.
Yeah, this is exciting.
And she didn't. She just say it's really cold though, but they didn't get snow where she lives in Quitman, Louisiana.
Yeah.
But she said, I have to thank you and Jody for something. And I said, what? And she said, telling me about that Nate, I can't ever say his name. I said, Bergazzi. She goes, yes. He is the funniest thing. I've watched every one of his specials on Netflix.
Oh, geez.
But that's the only one she has.
Yeah.
She only has Netflix. She doesn't have the Prime or any of that.
Yeah, he's the clean comedian.
Yeah. When number one comedian last year for revenue by far. I mean, it was like he was number one and the number two was behind him by $100 million or something.
Really?
I mean, he's just taken off in the last few years. And she said he gets that this expression. He gets that blank look in his eyes when he's talking. It's just so funny.
Wow. How interesting.
Yeah, and he is. And he's mine and Jody's favorite comedian because we don't like all that smut talk.
Right.
Is that right?
We don't like that ugly talk, Brother Riggins. You know that.
A lot more age ranges and people can enjoy him too because of that.
Yeah, sure.
But he was on some podcast with Kevin Hart the other day. Kevin Hart and some other comedian, I guess. And they were talking about how he doesn't cuss in his act. And they were trying to get him to say the F word.
Oh, yeah.
To bring him down to their stinking smut level. And they're yelling it at him. Say it. And then they're yelling it at him. And he's just sitting there looking. He's trying to be cordial, kind of laugh it off. And he says, nope, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have to. And he's still funny. They're jealous.
Right. Mm-hmm. And that little Kevin Hart better watch it.
Hey.
His grandmama already told him he need to be reading his Bible more.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he's going to be out there yelling the F word when the devil's poking him in the ass with that fork, stick fork.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Pitchfork.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Uh-huh.
Good for that guy, though. He's like, yeah, I got endorsements. I'm not going to mess it up to be on the Kevin Hart podcast. No offense.
I just don't think that he wants to. He said,
probably not.
He just doesn't want to do that. He's a family
he has
guy.
kids, and he's a good family man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not going to be convinced to do anything because of Kevin Hart.
No. Get a
Kevin Hart's
credit
not going to
card.
tell me to do
He's
anything.
not going to give me to go get a credit card. Bet on sports.
No. Not going to happen.
None of that. Yesterday we told everybody about this product that is that's hit the market that is nothing but class. I mean, this is for the highfalutin among us with the sophisticated palates. What is it? Find out next in today's edition of the In Case You Missed It replay.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
What you doing there, Greg?
Oh, hey, Katie. I'm making my world-famous Greg Nog.
Well, if it's so world famous, how come I don't know about it?
There's a lot you don't know about me. Like how I just ordered truckloads of our most popular items at Sweet Dreams.
You did what?
Shh.
Right now, save up to 70% on overstocks, clearance, and closeouts. In stock and ready to rock. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. Watch the TJ and Riggins Show with new Carolina-specific content, deals, and more. Available to check out every weekday. Add it to your phone's home screen today. is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
There's a woman on the internet. Her name is Chris Valdez, and she highlights or she documents a problem she's having in her life. She's got 3 kids. She's married, happy family, and right before the 3rd kid was born, they decided to get a dog. They said, let's complete let's get married, let's have the kids, let's get the house, and then get the dog. So right before the 3rd child, they get this Wheaton Terrier, which is like a little dog, really cute. And the title of her article is, I deeply regret getting a family dog. There, I said it.
Yeah.
And she goes on to highlight how, she was getting sick in her first trimester and the smell of the dog started to bother her. And when she wasn't able to spend as much time because she was preparing for the birth, the dog started to act out and she didn't have time to take it training. Even though her husband worked all day, he would walk the dog in the evenings. She's now just at a place where she said, I don't know what to do. The dog is barking all day. It's waking up the babies. And now I got this other one. And now he's kind of snarling at the baby because he's, being a baby. And she's now forced with either rehoming the dog or doing some more intense training. She said,
it's like, all I can say is, duh. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You put yourself in this situation.
So by rehoming, that is the term for giving it away?
Yes.
Okay.
I think that specifically means you're giving it to someone rather than a shelter.
Right.
Well, that's what give it away means. Take it to the shelter means take it to the shelter.
Rehoming sounds better, TJ.
Rehoming
It's
is better.
less abrasive.
Rehoming.
You're not going to toss it
because
away.
if you give it away, then that means that you bought it to begin with. You can't give away something you adopted.
You can't give away something you adopted. Well, they did buy it.
Right. But they even buy it when they adopt it. Still buying it. Still buying it.
Well,
they have to rehome it.
But I'm glad she's putting this out there because I wish somebody had told me, like, maybe the dog's not right for you. We know your personality, but nobody says that to you. When you say, like, I'm thinking about getting a dog, every single person will go, oh my gosh, what are you thinking about getting? It's all excitement. Nobody ever's like, hey, maybe just pump the brakes. What is your status? Where are you going in the next 5 years?
Well, that depends on from whom that comes. If I would have told you, Riggins, you really don't need a dog. I know your personality. You're going to be just completely absorbed with what this dog needs and the expense and all that. You would have said, well, I mean, but you hate animals.
Yeah, I would have.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
But I would have told you that too. And you would have said you had problems with your dog, which I did. But you're right. It depends on who it's coming from.
The point I make, I guess, is just nobody ever says that to you. And I'm glad I got the dog. I'm thrilled with the dog, and I love this dog. He's my whole world. But it is interesting that nobody ever points it out to you. And I like that this woman's being honest. She's like, listen, I regret getting that dog. And it's not a puppy. She's had it for years.
Yeah, but the difference is she has kids and young kids, and you don't. I mean,
one time the dog growls at a baby, it's got to go. It's got to be rehomed that day.
Really?
Right.
Yes.
Okay. She said she's either going to rehome it or do more intense training. So hopefully they'll get that done. And
that means she's going to whoop it.
Intense training, TJ. That's what it's called.
She's a terrible mom if she allows a dog to stay in the house that's a threat to her baby. Yeah, she needs to think about her baby. Get the dog out of there. Rehome it to its final resting place if need be. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding about that.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
Hey, it's TJ, and we were hanging out the other night at our new favorite place, Blackfin Ameripub in Ballantyne, and I figured out that's where I'm going to be watching the ball games this year. That's right. They have about 40 TVs showing all of the games on Saturdays, the college games, and their official Ohio State Buckeyes bar. You don't want to miss that if you're a Buckeyes fan as well as a Packers fan or a Panthers fan. They got it all. Not to mention some of the best food that I have had in a long, long time. You're looking for a great time? Go to Blackfin Ameripub in Ballantyne. Check it out at acetj.com/Blackfin.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. Click the deals button to get all our exclusive best deals anywhere from all of the TJ and Riggins Show partners. Add it to your phone's home screen today. Available whenever you want it on the TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
If you live in the Charlotte area, then you can check me out today if you want on News Talk 1110 WBT. I'm sitting in for one of the hosts there. Vince Coakley is his name, and he has to be out today and tomorrow, and I'm filling in for him. So it could be just a complete blank show over there. I don't know, because I've never done news talk type stuff before.
Sure.
But I'm so talented, it shouldn't be very hard. You know?
No.
I mean, come on.
You super excited?
I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, I would be
You
too.
know, because you know how many years it's been since I walked into a radio studio by myself.
Yeah.
To just do a show.
Have you ever done it?
Yeah. I did mornings.
Oh,
you know,
right.
You know, on my own before, way back in the day.
Do you need me to come? Because I feel like I can talk politics all day.
I appreciate the offer, but but I know you got those children to take care of.
Right. That's the only reason. Yeah.
So
you see me?
if you want to hear that, it's AM 1110 News Talk 1110 WBT in Charlotte, legendary WBT, and you know it's an old radio station if it only has 3 call letters.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It'll stand out.
Mm-hmm. Lindsay, here's something very exciting for you.
Okay.
There are 25 million tons of spiders on Earth right now.
Okay. That just makes my skin crawl.
Based on the amount they eat, in theory, they could eat every single human on the planet in 1 year.
What?
Added up, all the spiders in the world consume somewhere between 400 million and 800 million tons of prey every year, while all the humans on Earth weigh around 300 million tons. Now, this is one of those things that people get mad at me about when I say, they don't know that. How in the world are they coming up with these numbers? I mean, you can just say stuff. You can't prove that.
Yeah, that's it. That was even hard to wrap your head around, even knowing the numbers. I'm like, I don't really get it.
You lost me with all those numbers.
Right. Same with dinosaurs. There were no dinosaurs. Nobody's ever seen one.
People get so mad when you say dinosaurs aren't real. Oh, they get crazy, TJ.
Well, okay, so they were real, but they don't know what they did. You know, this dinosaur did this, and he hunted this, and this, and then they don't know that. Yeah. All they found is the only thing they have to go on is bones.
That's right.
They put the bones together at some museum, and then they sit around and guess, aka hypothesize.
Right.
Thank you, paleontologists. Just stick to not eating meat and be done with it.
Right.
The paleontologists.
That's what they do.
Mm-hmm. They only eat fish. Yeah. But yeah, they don't know. And there's no way they know this about these spiders.
Yeah, I mean, they can eat everybody in the world in a year if they wanted to. Well, what's stopping them?
And the scientists that come up with this kind of crap are the ones to say that they can't believe in God because there's no proof. You can't have solid proof and show it in your hand. Mm-hmm. But yet they'll put out some crap like this and dinosaur theories and everything. We're supposed to just jump. Mm-hmm. No, not today. Get thee behind me, paleontologists.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Hey, it's TJ, and I am telling you what, if you haven't seen Jewelers on Main in Mooresville, you're really missing out. Beautiful, beautiful pieces with jewelry repair done in-house. You can even design your own piece of jewelry. You're going to love them. Jewelers on Main in downtown Mooresville.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. Did you know you can add the home page to your phone's home screen? It's easy. Check out the instructions at the top, and it only has to be done once. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
When it comes to football, I know where I'm headed. Wild Wing Cafe. They've got hot wings, cold beer, and football on all the big screens. It's the best place to catch every play, enjoy some killer wings, and ice-cold drinks. See you at Wild Wing Cafe, your game day headquarters.
Point and stare at TJ and Riggins anytime you want on YouTube. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Things are not going well so far this morning.
Yeah.
And this light's not working again either.
Hold on.
Wait, is it broken?
I don't know. I think I turned it on, but
we have these lights on us because we're on the YouTubes and all that stuff. Their video of the show. Oh, it's doing the same thing that other one did. It's just blinking and then going off. But anyway, we got these lights, and then there are these. Each person has an individual small light that shines upon them. And for some reason, mine just, this is like the third one that in 3 weeks that we've had to replace, but don't worry about it.
Yeah, we'll have to get that figured out next.
Lindsay overslept.
The first time.
Yeah, she's never done that.
She's never overslept.
Ever. But you know what she said? She usually doesn't come in on Fridays. She broadcasts from her closet on Fridays.
Yeah.
But her husband had to go off somewhere for work today. And so she was coming in today.
Okay.
Because he takes the family computer with him to work, the laptop, and she can't work out of her closet without a computer.
I know.
Because that's what hooks her into us. And so she had her alarm set, she said, for I think Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday or something like that to get up extra early.
Yeah.
So she could drive in.
I know.
And she didn't, she said it went off at the time this morning that she would be getting up just to walk into her closet and start, turning on equipment.
When she said my husband took the computer, I was like, what is it, 1995 and you all share a computer, a family computer? What are you talking about? So, yeah, it's just crazy. But, she's going to be so frazzled. That's it,
Well, you know what's going to determine whether or not she's with it?
What?
Is it how much time she had to put on how much makeup?
Right. Is this a bare bones day?
Right. It won't be.
No.
She'll probably be applying it in the car or something.
Yeah.
If she's doing that.
She says she can park and put on eyeliner at the same time. Or what's the thing you put on your lashes?
Mascara.
She can park and put on mascara at the same time. She's done it pulling into here. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy and dangerous.
Yeah, next to your eye.
Yeah. So yesterday I did something fun. I get to do it again today. In Charlotte, where we live, there's a legendary radio station called WBT 1110 AM. It's a news talk station. And one of their hosts was out yesterday, and he's going to be out today. And so I'm going in. But yesterday I was talking about diet stuff and all that. This guy called that show and said that his dad takes 3 olive oil shots.
Yeah.
A day, at least.
Yeah, I heard.
Different times of the day, and it cleans him out.
Yeah, you sounded skeptical when he called it. So just like a spoonful, he said, no, a shot of olive oil.
I'm like, come on.
3 times a day.
I mean, that may be what he told the kids, but that had to be alcohol, right, of some sort. Or is that
I didn't even
see. I thought about it like being one of Daddy's Cokes. My brother used to call his beers Daddy's Coke. Go get one of Daddy's Cokes and bring it here when his kids were little.
Now that you say that, he did go, well, at the very least, he did it in the morning. So you might be right. It could have been alcohol.
I know. I'm just like, oh.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Hey, it's Lindsay from the TJ and Riggins Show. I love our Gregory Jewelers in Statesville, mainly because they have so many different options. You can find diamonds, fashion jewelry, anything for this holiday season. So make sure to tell your loved ones to check out our Gregory Jewelers in Statesville. Go to tjriggins.com/diamonds for directions. At our Gregory Jewelers, we speak diamond.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. Oh, look, our new subscribe button, where you can make sure you're getting the new shows right when they're posted. Find listening options for Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, social media sites, and more. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
If you live in the Charlotte area and you need furniture, then you need Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. We love them, and you will too.
So go to tjriggins.com/sweetdreams for Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress. Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Available whenever you want it on the TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Today is National Compliment Day.
Is it?
Yeah. So you're supposed to ask people for compliments, I guess. Yeah. Tell me something great about me. When that would be a fun way to do it, though, right? Instead of putting the onus on people to go compliment somebody else.
Yeah.
It's also National Peanut Butter Day.
Oh, that's more our speed.
Yeah.
Rather than just giving out compliments all the time.
But I think they kind of go hand in hand. If the best compliment I've ever gotten was when somebody told me I was smooth and creamy.
That's right.
You know, so he put the peanut butter day and the compliment day together.
Yeah.
And that was it.
With that peanut butter skin. I heard somebody use that phrase on the internet the other day. That peanut butter skin.
Skin looking like a dark roux. What is the best compliment you've ever gotten, Riggins?
Oh my gosh.
Or what is the best, and then what would be the best if somebody could tell you something good about you?
The greatest compliment somebody could give me is to say something nice about my dog. It wouldn't even be about me. They'd be like, your dog is so well behaved. That just sends me to the roof. Yeah, I'm like, oh, I did a good job. The best compliment I've ever received was at my brother's wedding. And me and my dad were kind of talking with a group of people. And my dad said, he pointed at my oldest brother and he said, that's my banking guy. He pointed at my other brother. He said, that's my HR guy. And then he pointed over his shoulder at me and I see him out of the corner of my eye and he goes, and this is my rock star. That was the coolest. My dad's not one to give out compliments. I thought that was the coolest compliment I've ever gotten.
Yeah, it is cool.
That's my banking guy. That's my sales guy. And this is my rock star.
Yeah.
Even though it's not true, it felt good.
Gwen that used to work with us, she always said that the best compliment that anybody could ever give her would be to say that she's adorable.
Adorable?
Adorable.
That specific word.
Uh-huh.
Adorable.
Yeah.
Not sexy or hot.
No.
Adorable. Okay.
But I mean, that was before she had kids. I don't know if she would still be that way. I mean, she was young and not married and had kids yet. I would think maybe now it would be something about her kids, but we're talking about Gwen, so maybe not.
Yeah, right. True. If somebody told me I was adorable, would you like that? Would you like that?
It depends on who's saying it.
A woman, like a woman you're attracted to.
Yeah, I would like it.
You're adorable. Oh, I think they don't even look at me as a man.
But women use that word all the time, though. And they just mean very cute. Which,
yeah, maybe.
I mean, I'm even when I was a good-looking fella, back before I caught obesity and went through the hair loss that obesity causes. I looked good. I was good-looking, but I don't think I was handsome or hot. You know, I don't ever think I got that handsome. I think you can't be my height and be handsome. I think you got to be tall.
To be handsome?
To be handsome. Like where people just go, no, he's handsome.
So.
Like John Hamm to me is handsome.
Sure. George Clooney's handsome.
Right.
That's an interesting one. So you've gotten cute and adorable more than hot and sexy?
Or fine. We used to say fine.
Yeah.
No, he's fine. You're fine.
Yeah. Okay.
But not, not adorable so much.
You're adorable, TJ.
Oh my God, you're so adorable. You and your opinions.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Every weekday, the Extra Funny podcast is available at tjriggins.com. It's uncensored and, well, extra funny. Extra Funny is sponsored by Eric Javits. Find your next great hat at Eric Javits. Get 20% off your order today by going to tjriggins.com/deals. That's tjriggins.com/deals. Then use promo code TJ at checkout.
Hey Charlotte, ready to enjoy a chef-prepared meal using delicious seasonal ingredients without ever having to leave your home? Table and Twine is the answer. Have a world-class dining experience without ever leaving your house. Learn more at tjriggins.com/tableandtwine.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. The easiest way ever to hear the new TJ and Riggins shows, archives, podcasts, watch the show, and more. Add it to your phone's home screen today. The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
So Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montag are back in the news. They're suing Los Angeles County over lack of... They're suing over water management in the county, saying that the county fumbled the bag because their house burned down. Sorry for saying fumble the bag. I apologize. Their house burned down, and now they're suing, along with her mother and I believe her father as well. They said the county mismanaged the water supply.
I think there'll be a lot of that.
Very possibly. It seems really soon. I mean, there's still fires out there, but they're like, look, we're getting into court today.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the whole thing out there is because of mismanagement. That fire should not have been burning more than a couple of days at most. If it would have been managed properly, if they had the right amount of staff, if they would have had the right funding that they hadn't to cut and put in other, areas.
Yeah.
It was just, it's a mess.
Yeah.
And it is a lot of it to blame on the people who are in charge of that, from the governor on down.
All the way through it.
Go get them. Spidey, go get them.
Spidey, the return of Spidey.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The Oscar nominations came out yesterday. Emilia Perez, which is the movie on Netflix, they call it a Spanish language romance crime thriller musical.
Is it about a trans?
It's about a drug lord. I don't know the whole story.
I think the drug lord is a trans. Is Selena Gomez in it?
That is correct.
Yeah.
She was not nominated, I don't think, but that's the movie that's leading the nominations. 13 nominations total, I believe.
Yeah.
Followed by Wicked, and that one I expected to be everything. It was one of the biggest movies of the year.
Yeah.
So.
But I don't think the American Academy Award should be allowed to go to a foreign film that's not even in English.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, foreign language films at the Oscars. I didn't think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Should be more for the people. That's why nobody watches the Academy Awards.
Yeah, right. I don't know that anybody cares about the Oscars, but it was a big entertainment story and is one of the top trending topics, the Oscars. So that is happening. If you want to go to the movies today, you can go see Flight Risk. That's the new movie with Mark Wahlberg. I think this one's directed by Mel Gibson. Did I make that up?
I don't know.
It looks like
it'll be good if it is.
It looks highly intense. I mean, Topher Grace and Mark Wahlberg are on this plane, and it gets hijacked, I think. And it looks thrilling. So if you want to go out to the movie theater, that would be one you could go see.
Yeah. Jody and I love Mark Wahlberg movies.
Oh, do you? Is that right?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, I can't wait to see this. I think it's going to be great.
They say he's very smart in Hollywood with the way he does a lot of content and he makes a lot of money and he negotiates well. They say he's actually very smart. Nominations for Oscars are out. Flight Risk is in theaters. And then, as TJ mentioned earlier, today's National Peanut Butter Day and National Compliment Day. So TJ loves him some peanut butter.
I do.
There's no doubt about it. He's got a pretty large supply of it at his home at all times. Maybe you're similar. Maybe you have a enormous supply of one thing. We're going to find out what it is next.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
Lily and Grace is an incredible boutique in Mooresville, North Carolina that was built from a lifetime of experience in the interior design and home renovation businesses. Beautiful furniture and interior design elements, ready to tell your home's story. Lily and Grace offers a wide range of products that can be customized to accommodate every corner of your home. They truly create pieces of art, and we are so proud to be working with them. Learn more at lilyandgrace.com. That's lilyandgrace.com.
Let's go. It's now easier than ever at the homepage, TJRiggins.com. The TJ and Riggins Show, Extra Funny, The Week in Review, and all the new and past podcasts. Listen, fast forward, download, and share. Add it to your phone's home screen today. This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
Make sure you go listen to TJ on the legendary Charlotte radio station WBT from 10 a.m. Eastern until noon today. He's guest hosting for another Charlotte icon, Vince Coakley, who's away because his mother passed away, I believe. So he's allowing TJ to guest host his show, and TJ was on yesterday. I was thoroughly entertained the whole time. I thought you did a really good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was fun to listen to, and you were good with the callers. It was just interesting to listen to from that perspective. So if you want to check out TJ today, head over to WBT.com. You can stream it live on their website, or you can get any one of the radio apps and listen to it that way.
Now, do you mean that, or are you just doing something for National Compliment Day?
Well, it is interesting timing, I guess. No, I would tell you that whether it was Sunday morning or, National Compliment Day.
I know, I was just kidding.
It was really good.
You love me, I know.
I do. But it's also National Peanut Butter Day. And one interesting thing about TJ is he stays ready with the peanut butter. At any given time, he's probably got 3 or 4 jars of peanut butter in his pantry.
Yeah, big ones too.
Big one. Like I would say it's an obsession. I mean,
it's just a quick. Just don't know how many times I go in and I eat a small lunch where it's just peanut butter on a piece of bread with some honey drizzled on it. I mean, and I put it on anything. Leftover biscuits, they're getting peanut butter.
Leftover,
yeah,
biscuits with peanut butter. That sounds
peanut butter
good.
and jelly biscuits. Hungry Jack soft biscuits.
Do you ever make the mistake and open another jar of peanut butter without finishing the first one?
Not by mistake.
Oh.
Sometimes with a newer jar of peanut butter, I'll take the lid off of it and then just kind of use it as a dip for like a vanilla wafer or something. But if it's too far gone in the jar, I can't reach down in there and get it or get peanut butter all over my hand.
Like Winnie the Pooh.
So there's this jar is just for sandwich making, and this one's for dipping.
And is Jody okay with that?
No,
you open?
No, not at all.
That drives her crazy because that would drive me crazy too.
But it's like you're not saying it won't get eaten,
right? It's just not for this application now.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna get gone.
Yeah. Do you think Tech D Rob is a hoarder?
I don't think he's a hoarder. I think he just there's a lot of stuff that collects around him because he doesn't throw things away or pick them up.
Wasn't that?
I think a hoarder is more of a collector of things. Like, oh, I don't want to get rid of that. I think he doesn't get rid of it because he looks at it as like another step he's got to do. It's more of a lazy thing than a hoarder thing.
So the junk kind of just finds him rather than seeking out stuff to bring into his space.
Right.
That's a terrible way to look at it.
So, I mean, because I was cleaning up in his room there the other day in his studio next to this one.
Yeah.
And there were just, plastic bags with a little bit of crust left in there underneath the desk on the floor, like he didn't eat the crust off his sandwich that day. And there were, empty printer paper boxes that he just put it in there and then just put the box on the floor.
Wait, there was crust from a sandwich?
Yeah. Underneath, on the floor underneath the desk.
He is very childlike. He doesn't like the crust.
Yeah.
But
I don't think he's a hoarder. I think he's just he just is not very focused on throwing things away.
Okay. Well, there's some interesting answers. What do you have a large supply of at home? Interesting. At TJ Riggins Show.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
When it comes to all things real estate, especially in the Lake Norman area, there is no one better than the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. We've used them for years. They're our friends, and you are going to love them. Just go to tjriggins.com/Temple Team. tjriggins.com/Temple Team.
Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. The easiest way ever to get everything TJ Riggins all in one place. The new Media Center is the easy way to access everything we do. The radio family asked for it, and now it's here. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
All guests of the TJ and Riggins Show stay at the Hyatt-centric South Park, Charlotte. Beautiful rooms paired with incredible dining options, all nestled perfectly in the beautiful South Park neighborhood of Charlotte. Book your stay online at tjriggins.com/Hyatt.